Alright, so I've been experimenting with these portals now after the update, because I made a video for Atlas Rises basically outlining exactly how to get your ship on the other side of a portal. The reason that was a thing is because when you go through a portal, there is no ship on the other side. Therefore, you couldn't get off the planet. But whatever you do, don't try this at home. Anyway. Now, we've got a little bit of a different method, because they've reworked the mechanics to a degree. First, you're going to need to find a portal. What you do is you put a navigational data into one of these signal boosters, right? It's no big deal, they're pretty common. And then what you do is you scan for an artifact. And what that's going to do is it's going to locate a monolith on this planet. If you need navigation data to do this, and you're not on creative mode, pretty surefire way to get that is go to a space station, and near one of the vendors, or sometimes on tables, there'll be this little yellow cube thing. You interact with that, and that's navigation data. So you get to the monolith, and you know there's this little riddle game thing it wants you to do for resources. Don't do that. Just use Gek relic, or Corvex casing, Viking effigy, whatever. Depends on what system you're in, right? And that'll locate a portal. Now you found your portal. That's cool, right? So you go there, and in order to use the portal, you've got to... It's basically a Stargate, right? Where you got to activate the runes in sequence to dial in an address. Now, every planet in the whole game has its own address, or at least every system does. But first, you're gonna have to charge them. Like if you're on normal mode or something, this might take a while. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm using this creative mode, because I had to do this a lot of different times, and I wanted to make sure it worked before I did it on my normal mode save. I've got like 250 hours on there. I don't want to fuck it up. Excuse my language. Stargate, type in your address. I'm just going to do this again. Tired of typing in something specific. It might give you an error, like, okay, that address doesn't lead anywhere. We'll give you somewhere close, right? So it'll do that. And then just venture on into the great unknown. Maybe you do know. People can, if you notice there, instead of activating it, you can request your portal's address, so other people can come to your portal. Like you could just type it in and share it. Anyway, so you're gonna get here, or wherever it is you're going. Sorry, I had to stop and look. That's a lot of selenium, or whatever it's called now. It used to be called selenium. Anyway, you're gonna get here, and you're gonna be like, heck yeah, this ship's here, right? That's new. But then you're gonna realize, pretty soon, once you're in here, you cannot warp out. You can't even get to your galaxy map. You can't get to your galaxy map, you can't warp in your freighter, you can't nothing. Portal interference, it says. So, I also realized, hey, it doesn't seem like there's not a space station here for some reason. What the heck? Like, I'm looking around, I moved into first person so I could find it, maybe. Because I got the little map there, makes it easier. Until, eventually I'm pretty convinced there just is not a space station here. And, in the patch notes, that's the thing. There doesn't have to be a space station here at all. So, what I do is I go back down to it's no problem. Okay, so usually you could use a space station for this. Really, this way might be easier. Anyway, you don't need a space station for this. You got to work around for that too. So you get back to the portal. That's really what you're trying to do here. You get back to the portal. Blah, blah, blah. Look around. You can't turn the portal off. There's no way to do that from this end. So that portal interference is going to be a problem. What do you do about it? You don't have a space station. What do you do about it? So you create a base right here. You claim it. No big deal. You can delete it later if you want to. I mean, heck, wouldn't be too bad to have a big ass portal in your basement. But yeah, you create that, and then you scroll through here up to your equipment. You go up to your permanent technology, and there's a teleporter in there, like a terminus, a base terminus, just like the ones that are in the space stations. So you pick that. You go back to the space station that's in the system you just came from. And what this does, well, first, you'll note that when you come back here, you still can't warp because the teleporter's still open. The portal's still open, and it's interfering with everything. So you're still stuck in the system unless you go find it and turn it off. You can turn it off from this side, but you can't turn it off from the other side. But now I can't find it here, and this, I don't know if this is going to be the case for everyone. This is clearly a bug. What I did find is their marker is out in space. Yeah, this happens to me every time, so just expect it. That marker is just an empty spot in space. There's nothing to go to. So you tick and you go back to the port. Said porter. That doesn't make any sense. The terminus here. As you can see, the portal's still on, and all you gotta do to turn it off is go back through this, because of course on that side you can't turn it off. That's the joke. That's, I guess, to prevent people from getting through and doing what I'm doing. But you come to this side, and then you have access to the terminal. To deactivate the portal, there's no option for that. So what you want to do is you want to click Activate Portal. Oh, hey, here's a joke. Guuar there, Guuar. Go on YouTube and look up GW, the letter W, AR. Anyway, what I did there was I just activated the portal and then backed out, and it shut the portal off. Which clears up the interference, and to get back, I've got this connection still to that other terminus I set up on the other side of that portal. So I do that, and as you can see, the portal is indeed off. So basically, you're free. Do whatever you like. You can warp out, you can visit the galaxy map, you can do whatever you want to do. visit your friends, build a base, stay there, live there, travel the galaxy faster than you thought possible, whatever. But it took a lot of figuring that out. But there you go. It works. Alright, so I thought about this after the fact. In the step where I lose the portal and it glitches out or whatever and the icon's out in space, you can avoid all of that and skip probably a couple of steps if you were to just put a beacon at that portal before you went through it the first time. I didn't think about that until after the fact, but there you go.